And here we are.
Perfect.
Anthony's dumbass. Hey Cody, we got Josh over here. He's never been over here. How you like the shop?
I've been here.
Yeah, I know. Like 2 years ago, you said my boots were new.
I'm just goofing.
New boot goofing. Here we are. We're gonna mess with the 5.3 and probably mainly the 4.8 for the Fox. 5.3 is going in the Camaro. Finally, we got some camshafts here. Let's just switch them, dude. See what happens.
I don't know
Nitrogen
which
boost.
one's which.
Mine, I'm pretty sure has my name on it. Yeah, that one's mine. I think this one's yours. I haven't opened up mine yet. Oh, but yeah, you gotta put the clutch there on this one. Switch the cam out. Put some lifters. Clean up those heads. Put them on. Put it in. Should be able to go in a couple days, I bet. 4.8, we can probably get it. I'm way off.
Yeah,
4.8, we can probably get it built today. Maybe? Yes? No?
I bet.
What do you think, Josh?
Well,
Say hi to yourself, because you're the only one that watches these.
I am.
Thanks, buddy.
I look good.
Alright. I'll come back whenever we pull out the cam. Hopefully it's okay.
Ow.
Look at that! Oh yeah, we got the cam out. Now time to put the new one in. Okay, I can have it.
Idiot.
Let me hear your best yee.
No.
Alright, we got the cam in. New cam, she's all in time and all that. I cleaned up the... I cleaned up the oil pump, took it apart, just make sure there wasn't no crazy metal in it or nothing. That ought to get them out of my face for a while. The gears look good, nothing too crazy. There was a little bit of metal in there, but I got her out. And so sprayed it off with some brake parts cleaner. Brakes parts. Are you gonna shut this thing down or not?
Shut it down! Cut it off!
Cut it off.
We ain't going to the track.
Wait.
No, we gotta build it for it.
Let's go, guys.
It's never gonna get done. You always focus on your stuff.
I got all week, dude.
You're off all week?
Yeah, till Friday.
Holy told
Last time you worked nights, it wasn't very much fun.
Scratch!
Anywho, next step will be put the oil pump on and then some lifters, some
Hey, I
heads,
better do a video on all this.
do all that. Look at them fucking shoes. What are those?
They're Pharrell Williams.
Sure thing. Yeah. Wait. Sir? Yeah, I guess oil pump and lifters, and then I'll be back. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go to the track, and I'll never build this engine.
Take that to the track.
I will.
Backseat middle. Click here to listen now.
Alright, so we got the heads on. I copper coated the gaskets, you can see there kind of. Put the cam in, all that stuff. Lifters, lifter trays. Now I just got to torque them down. I actually made this cool little tool. Stock bolt, cut it down. Just use a die grinder and cut a groove in it, and it cleans out the threads in the block. What kind of song is this? Anywho, we're about to torque the heads down now. And then that'll probably be all I do on this one tonight, because we're going to start working on the 4.8. But since we got the torque wrench here, and that's all I got left until I put like rocker arms and stuff in, I'll go ahead and knock this out. And then we'll start on that one. That'll be another video though. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. And here we are. So the next step for the nitrous car, 5.3 I'm building, is to take this, mark it out on this, and cut it again. This one right here was a truck pan windage tray anyways, so I just got another one, and I'll just modify it to fit the oil pan for an F-body. I had done this whenever I first got the turbo car because the engine that I got in it had thrown a rod and messed it up. So anywho, I just made one that fit the pan, and it ended up in this car. So I'm gonna cut this one down and clean it all up and everything, and then I got to clean up the oil pan, which is not going to be fun. Take off the clutch, take off the motor mounts off the old one, and put all that on the new one. I'll probably wait to put the motor mounts in because they're a pain in the butt. They're solid and do not line up easy. So I'll put it all together, put it all in, and then put the motor mounts in last. But yeah, I'm going to change the rear main seal, front timing cover seal, and then oil pan and clutch. If I can get the oil pan, clutch, and those seals replaced today, I would feel good about myself, and then I'll go work on the turbo car a little more. Yeah, I'm gonna get to cutting this. After I cut it and clean it up, I'll show you that, and then I'll start cleaning up the oil pan. Fun stuff. Got it all cut. Had to make a cut here, here, there, and then of course cut that. And that's all to make it clear. Stuff in here. See, you got to make one to cut that there and there, and then of course it can't come up here like the truck pan. So there you go. Now I'll clean up the oil pan. Way better. Got the oil pan cleaned. I always take this out to clean it, way easier. Just gotta bolt that back in and flip it over. Still gotta clean up the pickup tube, but that should be fairly easy. And then pull, yeah, still gotta do the clutch, but oh well, we're getting closer. One step at a time. Alright, so we got all that bolted on. I cleaned up the inside of this, sprayed it all out, filled some of it up with Lubriplate. You also have to cut that for the truck windage tray. So all that's good. About to put the pan on. After I put the pan on, I'll flip it over and then pull off that back cover and change that gasket. It also, like the actual gasket for that cover, if it's bad and cracked, whatever, starts leaking oil, your oil pressure will go down. So I got a new one. I'm gonna change that gasket and the rear main seal. After I do that, then I can put the clutch on. I got the clutch off of the that's LS6, my bad. LS6 out, 5.3 is going in. I also have to drill a hole right here and tap it. That'll be for the alternator, but I'll do that later. I do need to go get a pilot bearing, because this was an automatic, so I didn't have that. So I'll put that in and then put all the clutch stuff on. Clutch all looks good, so that's cool. It's a Monster, like stage 5 or something. Maybe, I don't know, whatever their like 900 torque is. Because we sauced this thing down with a lot of nitrous, so ain't trying to have clutch issues. It's a stock 6-speed, stock rear end, and now stock bottom end. Well, it was stock bottom end before too, but that motor was already hurt, so we knew it was going to go. This one is not hurt, so hopefully she lasts for a little bit. Everything looks good whenever I pull it all apart. So, new cam. It's not as big of a cam, I don't believe, but it's also a smaller engine, so maybe we'll spray more nitrous. We'll see. I'm going to run to my shop and get some stuff, and then, or actually I guess I'll throw the pan on first, then I'll run to my shop and get some stuff. And after I get the clutch on, I'll probably call it a night, because I got to move all these cars around so I can use the chain hoist. So I'll do all that tomorrow. And plus I need to drill that before. So, yeah. I guess that's it. I'll be back. And here we are. I actually use this drill bit, not the one over there. But, anywho. I drilled this hole right here and tapped it. So it'll be a normal bolt. This one's already in the block. I won't run this bolt because there's nothing there. But for iron blocks, for putting iron blocks in F bodies and using the stock location alternator, you have to drill that one and tap it. Let's see. It says it's a M10 by 150, and you're supposed to drill it with an 8.5 millimeter. I don't have an 8.5 millimeter, but I just got the closest size in normal standard America sizes and drill that and then tap it. And I drill it, I don't know, probably around 1 inch, something like that, and then tap it up until the tap bottom's out. And this one bolted all the way in, so it's good. So now just flip it over, put it on the hoist, change the rear main gasket, and then that, or I guess the rear main seal, and then the gasket for the cover. And then put in that, I got it here from my shop, the pilot bearing. And then the clutch. So, yeah. Not too much more, and then I will just go work on my car. I mean, this is my car too. Whatever. Cool. And here we are. I got the cover cleaned up and the new lip seal put in. Here's the new gasket that I'm gonna put on it. So I will put this on and then throw in that throwout or pilot bearing. Put this on, pilot bearing, clutch, done. But yeah, right here is where your oil will travel from side to side. And if the gasket's leaking anywhere up in here, you will lose oil pressure. So went ahead and replaced that. Alright, so got the flywheel on and the bearing in. Torqued these 75, plus I put red Loctite on it. So now I sprayed it off with brake clean too. Just gotta spray that off, put it on there, clutch alignment tool, and tighten it down. Then we'll be done for tonight. Hopefully I'll install it pretty soon. Really shouldn't take much more, but we'll see. Alright, so we're done for tonight. Got the clutch on. Everything's good. I gotta tighten up the clutch bolts, I guess. But I have a tool to hold the flywheel. It's at my shop, so I'll just do that before I put it in. Tighten those up. And then the next thing is to stab it in. But I gotta move the cars, and I'm not doing all that tonight. So maybe during the day while I work my nights, I'll come down here and mess with it some. But this one is really a pain in the ass to put the engine in because it still has AC and everything. So you gotta work around all that, but it's not too bad. Hopefully I'll get it pretty soon. We'll see.